second leg of the semifinal. After a brief pause, a little bit of composure from Hany Mukhtar is underway. Tigres UANL back at home, back in gold. It is Nashville SC changing to blue. A 1-0 win for Tigres in Tennessee a week ago, meaning that they just need a win or a draw at home to advance. Nashville have to win this game. They would become, in so doing, the first MLS team ever to win a game in this stadium, Estadio Universitario. But of course, a few weeks ago, they did the same thing in Mexico City, becoming the first MLS team ever to win a game at Estadio Azteca as they knocked out Club America in the quarterfinal. Tigres are trying to get back to a Champions Cup final for the first time since 2020 when they won the title. They're trying to knock out MLS opposition for a third consecutive round. Correa, that was blocked there by Palacios. Angulo just sweeping it wide across for Jesus Garza. See Correa with his arms up calling for it. Instead the cross in, takes an awkward deflection. And that is going to be a free kick. It is going to be a handball just outside the box as well. Tonight it's Juan Brunetta to take the ensuing free kick from the handball.
Chouaki has to be aware here at the near post. Don't put past Brunetta trying to find this one.
Brunetta into a great spot. Aguirre was close to it. It's a goal kick. High 19 goals as well to take. He scored over the weekend against Guadalajara. His outswinging corner, Reed Baker-Whiting, only man there at the near post, will do it again. And then, what happened there? It was like a goblin grabbed that ball just before Brunetta struck it.
Brunetta's going to look at the corner spot over there.
Intercepted by Baker-Whiting. Can't get to the loose ball though. Correa trying to turn it inside. Willigee's there with the tackle. Hany Mukhtar now. It's a nice ball in for Espinoza. Willigee's going to continue his run forward here. Espinoza wants it himself, pulls it wide. First shot of the game for either side, 10 minutes in.
That's a nice run.
Sort of an issue with one of their players. There were signals to the bench about making a substitution as it comes inside, popped in the air by Palacios. So that was Willigee, in fact. He's trying to win it back, and he hauls down Corcoran.
Important player. Look, he played an incredible game, I felt, in the first leg, where he was a right wing back. He would tuck inside at fine times, but would find the game all the time. So early change that they've had to make. That's probably fair in the sense that Gijón comes in.
The head coach has mastered the art of the matchday -1 press conference, being friendly, engaging, conversational, and saying absolutely nothing. Is out. It's a blocked ball out. Brunetta picks it up. Aguirre pulls it wide. And a potentially disastrous moment there from Jason Palacios ends up out for another goal kick. Titles this month. Gijón there is fouled by Acosta. He's going long. That's a missed it there. Cesar Rojo battling with Mukhtar, poked away by Madrigal, and that'll set up Nashville here in the attacking half. Here's Cristian Espinoza. Reyes the defender, Flores for company. Espinoza got the cross away, no one there in a blue shirt. And Flores showed too much of it to Corcoran. Corcoran's cross, it's gonna find Madrigal, he couldn't get it under control. And then he commits a foul on Angulo.
Oh, good chance there, just couldn't quite settle the ball, Madrigal.
A few groans of frustration from the fans. Garza for Correa, Acosta defending. Baker-Whiting able to knock it away, and that will in fact be a Tigres throw. Jesus Garza was suspended the first leg. It was the first game he missed since November. And that's going to be an offside flag there. Roberto Panhoy, the assistant referee, was sharp on that one with Correa coming back from an offside position. Back for Acosta. And Costa will let it rip, takes an awkward deflection, ripples the roof of the net, and that'll be out for a Nashville corner, their first of the night.
Wow, Guzman was scrambling. I don't think he was anywhere near this. When his deflection is a long way out, is that part of the body does that come off as well? There was an extended arm. I couldn't tell if it was arm or off the thigh. There might be a shout for a handball here.
O'Hare, video assistant referee, looks like he's checked through it. Espinosa's ready. And it skips off the top of Woolidge's head. Mukhtar able to track it down. Chase here on Schwacke. He's not going to mess around. He is getting full contact on those. Will go long. That might work for Madrigal. It does. Can he bring down a bouncing ball? Madrigal, and it gets knocked away from him, and you got two Tigres players down. It was Angulo, the second man, that Madrigal hit as he was swinging through. Madrigal is down.
To find the ball, then ends up finding it. Great touch off the chest. The ball, he's just waiting for it to settle. There's contact to the face there, so I think even had this gone ahead, there was two separate fouls, and then the second one where he's trying to get the strike, and Romulo made a great challenge, really brave challenge coming across, getting his body in front. But the first real look in the game for Madrigal, off just a long ball.
They have to win if they're gonna make their first ever Champions Cup final and just their second appearance in this competition. Off of the first trophy in club history last fall in the US Open Cup. Schwacke not seeing any good options around him.
Yeah, that was a good decision. He looked like he wanted to force that ball in, and there was just nothing. And he was hesitating, and then opted to go long.
Madrigal now, a little pocket of space for him to run into. It closes down cleanly. He's clipped off it by Angulo, and this is going to be a free kick now for Nashville.
Oh, so that should be a yellow card, and it's going to be for Angulo. And what a positive front, just running at that back line. It looked like he really didn't have any other options. He had one player to his left.
To be in this moment, to be in a semi-final of a Champions Cup. Now after the hard running of Madrigal, it's Hani Mukhtar stands over the ensuing free kick. Mukhtar got it over the wall, but couldn't get it back down.
Hani Mukhtar, really good position there, trying to get it up and down over the wall.
It's going to come back for a foul there. That initial tackle on Aguirre looked like. So Woolidge there. It's a yellow to the
Last coming together in this game.
Expect a fair bit of stoppage time. We've had two long stoppages in this first half. Espinosa popping up in the middle. Hani Mukhtar now. Nahar, that's a great ball. Andy Nahar from the byline, cuts it in front. Guzman kicked it away. Muil comes in to make contact. Decision on the field looks to be a corner kick, as Guzman, referee Mario Escobar, was for a corner.
Well, the timing of the run is excellent. They're getting Nahar wide, high, but it's the same story. Now, I'm not sure who actually makes the contact.
It's recovered. 5 added minutes, of which we've played none so far. Second quarter of the game for Nashville. Christian Espinosa to take. This ball into the near post, popped in the air, and it comes sideways. That was almost an own goal. We'll do it again.
Well, as Baker Whiting got to the first one, and very important in these situations. Get across that near post, beat that man, flicks it in, and you're right, that was close to Nashville. Ball could have been anybody's after that deflection, and now here we go.
Espinoza came out over after being the San Jose Earthquakes all-time assist leader. Again to the near post, Aguirre's there. Very good spell, though, for Nashville. Woolagee under pressure from Correa. That's how quickly it can be snuffed out, though. Nahar gets it away quick, just off the foot there of Palacios, who stayed forward. That's why Woolagee was all on his own there.
Somewhere you can't hear right now, B.J. Callahan absolutely screaming at the top of his lungs, trying to get his center back to his position. The tension on some of these set pieces that Nashville almost found a way, almost found a goal. And they haven't really been able to create anything in this game, Tigres. And here they come now.
He's going to bring that down, and Palacios just grabbing him, trying to not let him by.
That's a silly moment there from Palacios, because he's going nowhere. You don't need to make a foul there now, because now, right here, he's going nowhere. You've got him facing the sideline. You've got support on the inside. Just hacking away, taking an extra something here towards the end of the half.
Brunetta 15 assists this season. Just clip this up. It's popped straight in the air. Madrigal, it comes sideways, knocked down. Aguirre trying to turn. He's got Flores, couldn't get full contact behind it. That's the first shot on goal from either team tonight, 50 minutes in.
So we could have another, in theory, 2 minutes, but we'll see. Only Escobar knows.
Costa, Corcoran. Will able to bring it down, finds Madrigal. Espinoza now. Christian Espinoza hooks across in, and Guzman, as he's colliding with Romelu, able to hold on to that ball. That will be the end of the first half. Chances for both teams, nothing decided yet. Rob and Alexi on the other side with their thoughts. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in Mexico in the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal. No score on the night. Tigres lead Nashville 1-0 on aggregate. Then they lost Patrick Yazbek in the warm-up, and indeed it is Marcelo Flores who comes off at the half. Osiel Herrera who's missing. Romelu, Correa, Woolagee, that's a strong tackle there, and then Acosta's pulled down. Different MLS team to do so. Remember, we've had MLS teams in the Champions Cup final each of the last 4 years. Tied offside coming as Mukhtar takes a hard bump from Angulo. That will rule out the contact, at least from a free kick standpoint, because it is offside. But Angulo already on a yellow, certainly put his shoulder into Hani Mukhtar.
Let's see if, Mukhtar just going a little bit too early. Is that ball looped over? Absolutely a foul.
Corcoran there to help. This is where they got to be careful. Mukhtar. Corcoran miscontrolled. Brunetta spins away. Correa, loose touch. Lucky that was last off Baker Whiting. Strong header win by Romelu. Wheel, tangle of legs with Garza, free kick Nashville.
Oh, they're frustrating Tigres though. Some of these little moments where they're able to get their ball.
Espinoza able to turn, poked away from behind, could get back to it. Orojo stepping in. Now a chance for Tigres to come the other way. Here's Angel Correa in space. Woolagee's the defender. Correa will get rid of it quick into the middle. It was in between options. Sanchez outdueled by Nahar for the second ball. Reyes picks it up. Sanchez on the turn. Jesus Garza urged to shoot. Hands it off instead. Angel Correa knocked away by Woolagee. Cleared away by Muel. Wins the header. Corcoran battling hard for the ball in the air. Madrigal for Muel, couldn't return it clean. Correa once again for Tigres. Garza. Brunetta, Correa, Garza, cut off. And fouls Baker Whiting.
Yeah, well done defensively. A couple of different times there for Nashville. Blocking that cross that got just fired across. Loudy's in front, able to make a clearance. And then Baker Whiting's having a good game, I feel, on that left-hand side. Just his positioning a little bit wide that time, but recognizes, okay, I've got to close that gap. I've got to get my body in front of Correa.
Off the throw. Romulo uncontested header away. Sanchez clips it forward. A little bit of a hesitation there. Approach to miss, times the bounce. Willoughby in a foot race with Aguirre. He's going to win. Nahar. Drive it inside. It's a big tackle, an important one. Nahar back to his feet, trying to get on the ball. It's another tough challenge. No foul either way. Both players are down. Correa comes out of there with the ball. Nashville don't have a right back right now. They're trying to readjust on the fly. Diego Sanchez coming forward. Sanchez on Corcoran. Hands it off wide. Reyes deflected cross. Schwalke stayed at home. Baker Whiting wins the header over Aguirre. And out for a Tigres corner.
Well, the intensity of the game now is definitely ratcheted up. And it starts with the tackle, middle of the field. Andy Nahar goes crunching in, both players down. Counterattack continues, deflected ball to the back post, but once again, check complete.
Aguirre's night is done. And it's not Andre Pierre-Gignac who replaces him, it is Diego Lainez. Career year for him. Huge ovation. These fans think he's on the field now. Third sub of the game for Tigres. Andy Nahar is back out there after receiving treatment a moment ago. Brunetta, great flick. Correa now setting up front. Brunetta on the run. He's got Diego Lainez. Lainez first touches of the game since coming on as a sub. Rolls it in front. It's popped in the air. And unless there's an offside flag that Palacios wants, there is not. It's out for a corner.
I think Correa just stopped expecting it. It was Madrigal back defending. Gets across him, and instead he goes for the other. Sees him get caught in transition. Nashville and that game opening up.
Brunetta once again to take the corner. The near post, it comes sideways. Goal kick in the end, last off Reyes. He's not arrived yet to Mexico's World Cup camp. It's meant to start tomorrow. They're on the practice field in Toluca this evening. They will play in the game tomorrow night. Lainez knocked away by Baker Whiting, but it falls to Vijon. Willoughby intercepts. Trying to play for Hani Mukhtar, so a big one tomorrow night here on FS1. As Mukhtar was fouled.
By his old friend, Araujo once again.
Back on level terms with a spot on the final, May 30th on the line. Espinosa was trying to clip that along there. Corcoran had made the run. One total shot on goal tonight. 10 total attempts between the two teams. Espinosa gave that right to Correa. It's a foot race, and Schwalke was alert. He slices the clearance sideways. So the threat isn't over yet. It's taken quick off the throw. Correa. Palacios fell down. Acosta trying to recover. Brunetta! Might just have slammed the door shut for Tigres.
And it's to find margins at this level with a team like Tigres with just so much quality. They can finish off a play. This comes from Espinosa. Just plays an errant pass in the back. Nashville have possession, but Tigres are switched on. They win the ball up. It's knocked out for a throw. They get the ball in quickly. It's laid off from Correa. Brunetta arriving at the right time and just hammers that ball at the near post. Correa just has the awareness that he's the open man. I think he ends up taking this with his toe, maybe. No instep, just a beautiful finish Tough one from Schwacke. Not much time to be able to react, but Brunetta's been largely quiet throughout the game, but it doesn't matter. When he gets that one chance in front of goal, absolutely buries it. Shirts are off, little man's fired up, and so are this crowd.
Fifth that comes from an assist by Angel Correa. Brian Acosta will be subbed off. It is kitchen sink time for Nashville. Shaq Mohammed, first-year player. Like the second goal Tigres scored against Seattle in the home leg of the quarterfinal, it's a self-inflicted wound. As Espinosa brings that down, hands it back. Passius in front, stabbed in the air by Angulo. Nashville get a corner as the stands are bouncing at Estadio Universitario. Espinosa's corner. 3 Nashville players in the area, none of them jump for it. Hard running by Andy Nahar to keep it in play and get back to it. Last man back, Corcoran. Now Tigres are looking to really slam the door shut. Here's Diego Sanchez running into Har. Sanchez to the byline, clipping it across onto the roof of the net.
Brunetta, Correa. Now that Nashville are really putting so many more numbers into the attack,
Away by Lainez. Baker Whiting, free kick Nashville. Espinosa blocked by the wall. Baker Whiting first to the loose ball and retreats all the way to Schwacke. With the take and throw in. That is the difference at this level, and Correa trying to take Palacios off the ball, almost able to do so. And Nashville find a way to get it back. He's trying to work his way through and can't. Diego Sanchez takes it back. Diego Sanchez running forward. Hands it off. Angel Correa. Baker Whiting is there to deal with it. Whistle though behind the play. Sanchez is down.
Yeah, he's lively. He's given the Tigres team some real industry. Stops moving, positivity off the dribble. You can see clearly Palacios dangling out that leg, ends up being the foul as he was looking for the 1-2 to get it back from.
Angel Correa, Diego Lainez stand over it. And it's Correa, it's deflected by the wall, out for a corner. Correa, the goal in the first leg, the assist in the second leg. That's what you pay $11 million for a player that spent a decade playing at Atletico Madrid and was part of Argentina's World Cup winning team in Qatar. Is off the short corner. He'll hook this one into the middle, just too tall for Romelu. Baker Whiting is down in pain, holding his left shoulder. Shaq Mohammed now just lost control of it. The Tigres
going to come in.
Same move they made in the second half last week.
Yep.
Mohamed's appearance 215 in his Nashville career. Here he's immediately defending on Diego Lainez. Hands it inside for Garza. His cross took a deflection and almost found Pijon. It does find Reyes, and it just fizzes up over the crossbar. In the last 3 months, why not at this point?
with the quality they have. Was this their best game we've seen? No, absolutely not. They might find a second.
They're going to get on the run. They're 3v2 right now off of the attacking throw-in for Nashville. The bodies are flooding forward. Correa blocked by Woolley, out for a corner. Correa happy to take his time. What an incredible signing he's been this season for Tigres. As they moved on from some club legends. They brought Aguirre in January. Correa last summer. Not missed a beat. 5 minutes to go. Correa whipped in on frame, just onto the roof of the net.
He's going for the Olympic goal.
Cut off there by Guerrero. Corcoran reverses it. Mukhtar and Araujo stepped in there, trying to play for Ahmed Kazım. 3 added minutes at Estadio Universitario. And the Oles are out. Controlled out by Garza. Mohamed returns for Espinoza. Mohamed now bumped off the ball by Guerrero. Tigres win it back before there's any sort of a threat. Good step by Palacios. Mukhtar, a long run to get there. Can't turn the corner on Romelu. Kazım, Corcoran, Palacios pulled down off it. Don't underestimate how big a moment this is for Tigres. It'd be the first time they get to the Champions Cup final since 2020 when they won the whole thing. That was in an empty stadium in Orlando in the midst of the pandemic. They could potentially host the final this year. And they've lost in 2 semifinals since, including a year ago.
Palacios showing his frustration on the night there. Just a couple of wasn't whistle for the first one to make sure he got the second one. And an opportunity here for some fireworks for Tigres.
This would be quite the punctuation mark. Diego Lainez outside netting. What was the difference tonight?
Finishing, quality, just a moment for Tigres. Look, their approach under Guido Pizarro was very measured. They didn't go for it for the first minute, but they really, at any point in the game, they didn't open up defensively. They stayed back. They stayed patient, and they waited to pounce, and they pounced. They got that goal, and that was it. But I talk about Nashville over the course of the 2 series. No goals for them, 2-0 in aggregate, and it was the difference in the final third. That is ultimately what has decided this series.
It's a Nashville corner. We've reached the 3 minutes. See if Mario Escobar will allow it to be taken. He will. The biggest thing Nashville really would do is potentially aid LAFC in their hopes to host the final if they can pop a goal in here. To the back post, headed away. Mario Escobar thinking about it. And he will end the game. And Tigres, for the first time in 6 years, will play in the CONCACAF Champions Cup final.